Hey guys, it's Vara, and I wanted to talk about the brand new spoilers that we have for Ravnica Allegiance. We are seeing a new Dovan Bond, and we are seeing a brand new Kaya. These do look like they are going to be the two main Planeswalkers for Ravnica Allegiance, so these were officially spoiled just a little while ago, so I thought that we could go through them very quickly, and I could give you my thoughts on them. So the first one that we have is Dovan Grande Arbiter. His cost is very, very low. It is a 1 colorless, 1 white, 1 blue, and he does have the 3 loyalty. And his abilities read +1 until end of turn. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a loyalty counter on Dovan Grande Arbiter. His -1 is create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying, and you gain 1 life. And his -7, which is his ultimate, is look at the top 10 cards of your library. Put 3 of them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So right off the bat, I am seeing... I don't know if this really feels like Azorius to me. I feel like this doesn't help control at all, and that's mainly what we have seen with Azorius, you know, recently. I just feel like that doesn't really help it. With the -1, which is create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying and you gain 1 life, that does kind of have the feel that we have seen, not in the current standard. I feel like the current standard doesn't particularly focus a lot on the Thopter artifact creature tokens, like it has in the past, and, you know, I don't know if this is really going to help Azorius as it currently is. Now, he is a very low cost, which makes him automatically really, really good and a very good contender to put, you know, 2 to 4 copies into a deck. But his +1 is pretty good. Until end of turn, whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a loyalty counter on it. That is pretty good. Because his -7 is pretty good, but I just feel like overall he's pretty lacking for what Azorius is right now. Like I said, his cost is low enough to be utilized maybe in something, but I feel like maybe he doesn't feel like what I thought Azorius was going to feel like, especially with seeing a couple of spoiled cards that we already have. I feel like it feels very powerful, and I just feel like this doesn't really fit into that. The next one is going to be Kaya the Orzov Usurper. It is a 1 colorless, 1 white, 1 black, 3 loyalty. Again, very, very cheap. We are seeing a lot of cheap Planeswalkers going into Ravnica Allegiance, which is pretty interesting. And she reads, her +1 is exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. Okay, and you gain 2 life if at least 1 creature card was exiled this way. Again, I think that Orzov, you know, does kind of utilize that +1 really well. You know, the exiling and you gain 2 life, if at least 1 creature card was exiled this way. I do think that that's pretty decent for Orzov, but I feel like it doesn't really help that well because it's from a single graveyard. I felt like if it could be dual graveyards, it would be really, really good. The -1 is exile target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 1 or less. You know, I just don't think that that is that great either. It feels pretty lackluster. In the -5, the ultimate is she deals damage to target player equal to the number of cards that player owns in exile, and you gain that much life. Again, it just seems awful in my opinion. I feel like this Kaya is okay, surely because she has a low cost. I feel like both of them are very, very low cost, and that does give them something good about them because, you know, overpriced Planeswalkers, you're not going to use them. They are not going to be utilized at all. But I feel like Kaya is not really in the spirit of Orzov either. I feel like it doesn't do much at all but graveyard hate, and that is what I'm seeing from overwhelming opinions with people is just, yeah, it's got graveyard hate. That's it, though. Overall, my problem is that both of these Planeswalkers feel like they don't have a win condition. They don't really help you win. They help continue the state of the game, but what is the point to put a Planeswalker in a deck if it's not going to help you make or break the situation? I feel like Planeswalkers are meant to be kind of win conditions and help you win and whatnot, and I feel like the protection with Thopter works pretty good with Dovan, but I feel like Kaya doesn't protect herself at all. That is awful. You know, she doesn't protect herself at all. All she does is graveyard hate. I feel like overall these two are not ultimately helping with win conditions. I feel like these 2 cards are very lackluster, and honestly, I don't want either of these cards. I might pick up one just to have them in my collection, but I don't see myself personally using either of these, and I feel really disappointed. You know, I hope Allegiance gets better, but I feel like the Planeswalkers is such a huge point, and that really can be a make or break it for a lot of people in a set, and For me, I just feel like this is a break and not a make, but you guys will have to let me know your thoughts on these Planeswalkers down below in the comments. Please let me know if you think that these are good or if you think that you could utilize these, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the spoiler videos, make sure to give it a like, and if you don't like the spoiler videos and you just don't like these cards at all, make sure to give it a dislike, but I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys again really soon.